Welcome to Paths. I am your host, J.L. Benjamin, and I am so excited to be here with my special guest, Karen Obilom. How are you feeling today?
I'm feeling good. I'm feeling great. I'm a little tired. Just got off set. But other than that,
well, welcome to a new set.
You know, I mean, like one mic to another mic. It's all good. Yep.
Mic the mic.
Mic the mic.
The mic is hot. Well, with the mic hot, let's hop right into it. So, can you tell us a little bit about yourself? Like, where are you from?
I'm from Austin, Texas. A lot of, when you hear a black person from Texas, you think Austin or Dallas. I'm sorry, you think Houston or Dallas. But I'm from the white liberal side of Austin.
Yes, the new tech hub.
Yes, exactly. And I just bought a house there, so you know I'm on the real estate game.
Okay. First time homeowner. Yes. When the housewarming, we come in.
I was gonna, one day when I actually get to unpack, you know. But yeah, I'm from Austin, Texas. I am a first generation Nigerian American. And then
Nigerian, Igbo.
Yup.
I knew it.
You already knew.
I already knew it.
When you see an O-B-I, they're Igbo.
You already knew.
Yeah.
I knew that you could make jollof rice when you walked on the set.
You know what? I think anybody can if they really put their heart into it. I mean, unless you're Ghanaian, but other than that, you can make jollof rice. That was shade.
And so, Karen, I hear, little birdie may not told me, and may or not been in my notes, but I hear that you are an actor and a director. Could you tell us a little bit about that?
Who told you that?
You know, little birdie.
That's crazy. These birds be my business. Yes, I am. I am an actress, and I just kind of fell into directing. I've always wanted to do it, but it kind of started when I wrote a play with my then boyfriend, Daryl. We wrote like 2 plays together, and I just was like, you know, hey, tell him to do this. Tell him to do that. And he says, how about you just direct? I was like, okay. And then I started doing like small little things, you know, I would help my friend with their, they would make scenes for their reels and their acting reels, so they would ask me to help direct and stuff. But yeah, I'm currently trying to get more into directing, to do more projects, and you know, I write as well, so writing my own stuff. I usually don't write to direct, but I feel like I want to start writing like shorts so I could get more practice, because I have so much fun doing it. And I feel very much at home when I'm directing. So yeah.
So we talked about, actor, director, writer, and producer. So let's start at actress. So what was your first steps? How did you even break into the acting community?
So acting kind of started with my sister, who is also an actress, and my older sister. When I was in 6th grade, well, let me bring it back. When I was in the 1st grade, I did my first play. I think it was called not a Christmas Carol, something about Christmas. But I had to play a man named Bart. And obviously, I don't want to be playing a man, like I'm a little girl. I'm not playing a grown-ass man named Bart. And my crush was the lead with this other girl named Darcy. And they got to be all cute. I'm like, I hate acting. I never want to do this again. And so that was my experience of acting until I went to my sister's play called A Color Museum. And I just was watching how everyone was reacting and having such a good time and laughing, and just these actors are making this crowd feel something. I was just like, oh my God, I want to do that. But I had stage fright to the point where I couldn't really talk on stage. It was really bad. And so I kind of eased into it. After 6th grade, I would go to these little acting classes and stuff, but I was very meek. I wasn't a shy kid, but when it came to acting, I was very meek and didn't know what I was doing. I went to competitions, sucked, terrible. And then finally, sophomore year, I auditioned for a play called A Midsummer Night's Dream, Shakespeare. And I was scared to do it, but I was just like, I'm just gonna go for it. I'm just gonna go for it and do it. And it was one of these scenes where my character was scared. She was terrified because she woke up next to a donkey. And so I was scared and I was terrified. And so it just kind of worked, and they thought it was hilarious. And I guess I say booked now, but back then was cast as the lead of A Midsummer Night's Dream, and that really helped with my stage fright, and I was forced to get over it.
So being in front of the camera actually helped you.
Well, it wasn't in the camera. It was just people. It's people. Theater is hard. Theater's scary. Theater's scarier than a camera, you know?
Yeah.
Because it's just real people. It's live. And so you just, if you make a mistake, that's it. You can't say cut, you know? So it's like, it's your adrenaline's pumping. I still remember, I have pretty bad memory, long-term memory. But I remember that first night coming out on Midsummer Night's Dream, how bad my heart was like beating. It was almost painful. But my voice was shaking, but like throughout that I got better and better. So it's definitely practice makes perfect. For some people, I guess. For me, I needed to practice.
So with theater, was it harder to perform in front of people you knew, like watching you in the audience, or was it easier to perform in front of them amongst the other people?
I guess it would be harder I feel like every night there was somebody I knew because it was high school. So it's like you always know someone in the crowd. So, but like when you know someone's watching that maybe you got a crush on, or like your mom, you know, my Nigerian mom, she don't know. She's like, okay, what, this play? Sure. You know, you gotta make them know that, you know what you're doing. So, yeah, I guess it is a little bit more nerve-wracking when you know someone in the crowd and you're trying to impress. But yeah.
Have you ever been distracted by anything in the crowd?
In the crowd? Maybe, yeah, probably. Well, I remember one time I fell off the stage.
Wow, we need to talk about it. What?
Yeah. You know, no big deal. I just fell off the stage.
Oh yeah, a little minor. So if you're watching this at home and you recently fell off the stage or saw someone fall off the stage, just know they're on their path to greatness.
Yes, you too can be on paths. But no, I fell off the stage. It was actually a talent show, and we were singing Kim Possible. And it was cute. Our shirt said, "What's the sitch?" It's real cute. But yeah, we were dancing. I was getting into it, and then I just tumbled down the stairs. But I got back up. I kept dancing.
Get back up again. That's all you gotta do.
Yeah.
So from leaving high school, did you go into school or college knowing, hey, this is what I want to do? Theater arts, film, plays.
Well, yeah. In the back of my mind, I did. But, you know, growing up Nigerian, you just go to college, like regular college, and you become doctor, you become engineer. You know, you do those things.
Yeah.
But like I was the last child, so I was just kind of slipping past. Like, oh, she's a doctor, she's a pharmacist, she's a lawyer. I'll be an actress. So yeah, I was in a weird little space after graduating high school because I wasn't sure where I wanted to go. Like, it was weird. I just didn't have a place to go. Like, I was accepted into places, but I just didn't know. And I was about to make my decision until I got a call from AMDA, American Musical and Dramatic Academy, saying that they were having auditions for, which is a fine arts school. I was like, and it's in LA, and my parents want me to go to college, and I want to be an actor. So I was like, ooh, I could do both. And so I auditioned. It was a real deep one, you know, and they liked it, and I got accepted with a scholarship, a little money. And my mom let me go. And when I was 17, I packed up all my stuff and went to LA. And now I'm here in Atlanta.
So what brings you back to the East Coast?
Well, we're filming our show, Gays People Play, season 2, which originally was filmed in LA, but now it's filmed in Atlanta. Shh, don't tell anyone. But it's half exclusive. It may not look like LA, but that's because it's not. So they try to make it look like it's LA as much as they can, but you know, this place got too many trees. So yes, that's why I'm here. We've been here for the past 3 months. This is actually, I have 1 more day left. So you're catching me at the end part of a wonderful, wonderful journey. So yeah, season 2 has been really, really amazing. I've had a really good time with my cast and acting. Yeah, I've had a really amazing time because my character just has a lot to work with. She has a lot of ups and downs. And, you know, I could have a character where it's like very stagnant and easy, but I didn't come into this industry for easy.
Yeah, come on.
So, you know,
Dynamic.
no, I like the levels. I like a challenge. So yeah, it's been very challenging, and I've really enjoyed it. And we have a new addition, Karuchi Tran, and she's amazing. I love her very much. She's just a really, really amazing addition, and we just mesh really well together.
Yeah.
So I really think people are going to enjoy it because we had a great time making it.
It's the chemistry.
It's the chemistry for me.
I like that.
Yeah.
So speaking of hurdles and ups and downs, what would you say to someone who's watching this show right now who is experiencing a hurdle themselves? What's some affirmations or motivations, words of encouragement that you would give them?
Just down in general?
Yeah.
Yeah, we've all been there. Well, I would say that. We've all been there. I've been there, you know, especially in this industry. Like, you get a lot of no's. You kind of, when you're just an actress, that's why another reason why I became a director and producer, because when you're just an actress, it's a lot of counting on other people to kind of tell you your worth.
Yeah.
And that's if you don't have your mental health together when it comes to this industry, because it can really, really rip people apart when it comes to knowing who they are and knowing how good they are, because there's so many no's and you wonder why, and it's like, is it me? Is it this? Is it that? But it really isn't about you. It can be the smallest thing. Yeah, it really never is about you. Like, I think the biggest thing that I've learned is you just take control of your own path, you know? You take control of your own mental health. You can't allow other people or outside things to affect it, you know, and it's easier said than done. But when you realize that you are in control of your own mental health and your own thoughts, because it really is, no matter what it is, no matter what's happening to you, it's your thoughts that make you feel whatever it is you're feeling, whether you're sad, happy, it's you. You know, it's like I never blame anyone for making me feel a type of way, because that's all on me. Like, if you say you a and a and a I'm like, no, I'm not.
Sound like a rap song.
Yeah, exactly. I'm Nicki Minaj, Nicki Lewinsky. But yeah, it's really like someone could come here and call me all these names, but they don't know me. Yeah. So it's just like how I feel about myself is what's important. So really, I would say practice speaking to yourself kindly, speaking positivity into your life, speaking positivity to yourself. Look at yourself, call yourself beautiful, tell yourself you're worth it, because at the end of the day, when you die, it's just you know what I'm saying? Yeah. And like, people come and go, whether it's your friends or whether it's your family. So it's like, take control of how you feel about you and how you perceive your surroundings.
Yeah. Speaking about mental health and mental mindfulness, what are you doing for self-care right now? How are you like taking care of yourself outside of just positive talks, positive self-talk?
Well, right now is, you know, we get into these times of just working. Yeah. But what I've found that helps is taking time to myself. And I know a lot of people don't like to do that, because it's just like, you know, you're always on the go. I want to hang out with my friend. I want to hang out with you. But you really got to find the beauty in hanging out with yourself and having fun and, you know, just by yourself, because like I said, people come and go. Yeah. And I've done a lot of self-preservation by writing and by even talking on the phone with my friends sometimes, but just being still when I had the chance, just being still and just taking in my blessings and just thinking about my day, because like I said, my memory isn't the best, so that also helps me. You know, I write it down, which always helps me kind of sift through my thoughts, because I think I'm thinking one thing, but when I write it down, I'm like, oh no, this is actually how I'm feeling. Because a lot of times I'm like, I'm good or something, I'm bad or I'm this, but it's really something else. So yeah, I like to write a lot. I like to research random things.
What's the last thing in your Google search?
Something about Something about cryptocurrency.
Okay.
Yeah.
You're on the right path.
Yeah,
Bitcoin.
that's the last thing. You know, do I get Litecoin? Do I get
Litecoin.
Ethereum? So yeah, it's just that was the last thing. It's probably something random. Yeah, something inappropriate actually.
Yeah, we're gonna stick with that one.
Yeah,
the first one.
Nothing like you think. It's probably not what you think it is. So get your mind in the gutter.
Get your mind.
Okay. Yeah, I'm looking
Follow
at
a
you.
different path. Path towards the light.
A path towards here.
A path towards the light.
Cut that out. Did you cut that out?
So I'm glad your last search was about Bitcoin.
That was my last search.
And staying up to date on what's happening in the tech industry and other industries outside of yours. What are some of the influences that you follow on a normal? Who are some of the influencers that you're like studying their work and you're trying to figure out how they do what they do?
I'm Viola Davis stan.
Come on.
I am the leader of the fan club. So if you need anything, just holler at me. But yeah, Viola Davis, everything about that woman I love. I love the way she speaks. I love the way she finds confidence being a Black woman in the industry, because it's like obviously the odds aren't exactly for us when it comes to Hollywood, but it's just a little slim, you know? So yeah, but she doesn't let that stop her. Matter of fact, it makes her go harder. Like I just listened to her interviews and the way she talks and how she's so knowledgeable of the little nuances Hollywood has for Black women. I'm like, sometimes I feel like I'm the only one that sees this stuff. I'm like, y'all are not seeing how they don't care about Black women. And then Viola's like, no, they don't. I'm like, thank you, Viola. Somebody said it.
Somebody stamped it.
Yeah,
verified.
exactly.
It came from Viola, so it must be true.
It is true. Okay. So yeah, Viola Davis has been a huge influence in my career for a very, very long time. So.
Yeah. Speaking of bold moves, what is the boldest career move you've ever made?
The boldest?
Like craziest, wildest, boldest move. You was like, but I did that. And this is where I am today.
Moved to LA. That was pretty bold of me. You know, I was just 17. I was just like, yeah, I'm gonna go. Sometimes I feel like I'm just walking and it's just like someone's just leading me where I need to go. Because it wasn't like a hard decision for me. It just felt like it was supposed to happen. It just felt right. Like, oh yeah, I'm going to LA. Yeah, I'm staying there. It's all good. I'm going to college there. And then after that, I don't know. I'm going to just stick it out. See what happens.
After that?
I don't know. I believe something's going to work out. And it ended up working out. But yeah, it's just always seems my steps have been ordained by God. And I've just always been good, you know? Yeah. So yeah.
Have you ever took longer than normal to make a certain step? Whether that was moving back here or just longer, like, I don't know.
You know what's funny? Like the big things like that, like moving here, buying a house, those were quick. But like the small things, maybe like finding which candy to pick, and that's like, everything like that, the small things always take me a long time.
Yeah.
But like, you know, when we were talking about, let's say we're talking about crypto, I wasn't sure for the longest time, and then finally when it kind of clicked, I'm like, thousands of dollars to all the coins. Give it up. Give me all the coins.
Give me the coins.
Yeah. So it's just like it could be the small things. I'm like, and then when it's like the big thing, I'm just like, all right, yeah, let's do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You spoke about how Viola Davis has almost these insights to the nuances of Hollywood. What else are you doing other than like listening to Viola Davis? Who else are you listening to? What books are you reading? What workshops are you going to really hone in on your craft?
On my craft, honestly, it's been amazing and it's been a blessing that I get to be on set all the time, because that has been such an incredible. There's nothing better than being on set and learning from other people and learning from even myself. Sometimes I'm like, oh, wow, I didn't realize I could do this. And I'm literally teaching myself, because I also take classes with Deborah. Her name's Deborah. I'm saying like you know her.
Yeah, Deborah. I know.
You know Deborah, right?
She be on the TV.
You know Deborah. But yeah, she pretty much taught us. Not even taught us. She pretty much gave us a go-ahead to make your own choices, to be confident in your choices. It's just like sometimes you just need someone to tell you it's okay, if that makes sense. Like it's like I'm like always like, oh, I want to do this, but I don't know if it's right. Nothing's right. Like if you're an actor, none of it's right. Okay, just do it. There's literally no perfect way to be this or be that. It's whatever you want it to be. So it's just like that confidence. Just maybe like do it however I want to do it. And even on set, like yeah, it's written this way, and this might be the stage direction. But just because it's this stage direction doesn't mean you have to do it. So it's just like being confident in your own choices and being present enough to be confident. So
yeah. So what was the best set experience that you've had? Like what set really was like, wow, I want to feel like this when I'm working all the time?
Well, I mean, this set experience was a little unique. I don't know if I could feel it every time. This one was on an island. So the island across the world, called Mauritius, and it's in East Africa. Like there's Africa, there's Madagascar, and then it's little Mauritius. And I had never heard of it from before this.
I was just about to ask, have you heard about it
I'm
before
like, Mauritius? Like, what is that a type of food? But yeah, I had no idea what it was, but I got the audition and I really wanted to go. And that was about 2 months worth of just being on a resort and having people just wait hand and foot and have amazing food. And I had the most amazing cast members. I'm like obsessed with them. So we had the best time, girl. I'll tell you more afterwards.
Okay.
It was an incredible experience. I was crying like every other day. Like I was so grateful. The sunsets already make me cry. I love nature and I love sunsets. And they had the best sunsets, especially when you just walk out and you see. I'm just like, oh God, how come you blessed me this way? Like every night I was bawling or something, just happy. I was so happy. And that's what I would love to feel every day. But I always feel some semblance of that in set. I'm not always gonna have a private island where it's COVID free, you know what I'm saying? But there's always that kind of happiness, this high that I feel on set because I'm doing what I love, obviously. But that was just an extra thing that I just got lucky to have. Just everything about that trip was perfection. Which comes out July 29th.
Okay, tune in. Please tune in. Stop right now.
On Netflix.
Put it on your calendar.
Resort to Love is what it's called.
And you should resort to love. So you spoke about your cast members and just that experience being around such great people. Can you talk a little bit about teamwork and being on a team and almost like even your personal village, right? Like the village around you as an actor and the importance of that community.
Yeah. I feel like both the reason why I feel like I'm where I am today is because of my village and my personal life. Yeah. Because they've encouraged me and they're all so amazing. They're all so talented in different ways. And it's just like seeing you pretty much are who you're around. You know what I'm saying? Like even if we've had people in the group where it's just like they're not at their highest right now. They're not where they want to be, but they always get there. They've like just then, like one of my friends became a writer for an amazing show, but like they've been working so long for it, but like they've been around us and we're always encouraging them, we're always encouraging each other. And when I'm at my lowest, they're always there encouraging me and lifting me up. And that's why I feel like I can go in any audition and like not feel desperate or feel, oh, please give me this role. Like, just like, we chilling. If you give me, it's cool. I got my homies over here. But like, I've realized how important it is to have an amazing village when you're filming because I've had an experience where it wasn't like that, and it wasn't exactly affecting my work, but I had to work harder for it not to affect my work. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I had to make sure that I had to really get myself into that space, because I was in such like a down space because something else was going on set that just wasn't conducive to a positive environment.
Yeah.
So, just that's why I'm so grateful to have great cast members, and we just get along, and we're just good people.
So I gotta dive deeper into that. How did you motivate yourself at times where you felt like, hey, I'm still developing my village, it's not confirmed, I feel like I'm out here on the island chasing a dream. How did you motivate yourself?
Well, I'm not gonna hold you, it was hard. It was definitely hard before I got my friends and I got my village and success or whatever it is. There was a couple months where it was just like low point.
Yeah.
And I pretty much had to encourage myself, and that's different for everybody. It could be watching someone that inspires you. We can watch interviews on The Breakfast Club. You know what I'm saying? Like, my ex used to do that. He would watch videos on The Breakfast Club all the time. I'm like, yeah, I can see why this is inspiring. I never did it. But I was like, I see why that works for you. But it's just like seeing people succeed, seeing good people succeed, or, even hearing stories of people that were low and lower than me, or came from less means than I came from, pull themselves up. Like, there has to be a certain point where you gotta stop feeling sorry for yourself.
Yeah.
And I was definitely feeling sorry for myself. I'm like, I'm not here. I don't have nobody. My sister was there, but I don't have nobody. And I'm broke. No one's casting me. But it's just like, I had to just keep going, because I just felt a pull that something was going to happen. And it's like, you have to believe that. If you quit, then nothing's going to happen. So it's just like, you got to take the chance. Whatever makes you happy, like, do that. And whether you make money or not, money isn't everything. Yeah. And obviously it's a lot, but if you're on the right path, if you're doing what needs to be done, then the money will come. Yeah. But find your happiness, whether it's a hobby or whatever it is. And if you find your happiness, I feel like when you're happy and you're positive, things start becoming attracted to you. You know what I'm saying? And that's what happened to me when I found my happiness, and I decided, because the reason why I met my tribe, shout out to you, is because I decided to get up and work out. I got up, stopped feeling sorry for myself. I went to the park. I didn't really know people, but like, that group of people that was at the park became my closest friends. And that's just because I decided to work on me, work on my physical, work on my mental. And so, like I said, it attracted, and everyone was in the same mindset. We were all, still struggling, but all of us have blossomed into huge, whatever it is, whatever their industry is, like, it's all been beautiful, and we've all just been together through it all. But I feel like if you're looking for a tribe, you got to find the places where you think like-minded people will be. Yeah. And if you see that there's people that aren't like-minded like you, or aren't thinking the same way you want to be thinking, then move on.
You gotta let it go.
No, yeah. This is a very Hollywood thing to be like, I'm gonna be around you because you're this or that. But if these people aren't filling your cup at all, you need to move on. Yeah. Like, it's gonna drain you. So, I can't be, I'm an actress, but I don't have a good poker face. I can't act like I'm having a good time when I'm not. Yeah. I can't act like I like your energy when I don't.
Yeah.
I'll be cordial always, but I'm be cool. But like,
hey, how you
doing? And I'm like, I don't like you. But no. So it's just like, I'm uncomfortable physically if I'm around energy. Like I said, I've been on a set where it's just like, I've just been very, very, and it's not fun. It's really not fun. And that's not why I did that. Like, I'm not doing acting for the money. Like, I do it, money too, but I'm doing it because I love it. You know what I'm saying? And if I'm on this set, I don't want to do it. Like, you know what I mean? So yeah, you gotta be with like-minded people, or seek that out, and don't settle for someone that's not going on the path you're going on. And just also, I will say, your old friends don't have to continue to be your friends. If you're growing past that, let it grow.
You know, people are sitting there, turn to your neighbor. Just give a little eye. 'Cause it might be them. It might be them, but it might not. But it might be.
Yeah.
You know, if you feel convicted in that moment,
exactly.
it might be that friend.
Yeah.
If you don't feel convicted,
is she a little toxic?
It might be you.
It might be you.
It might be you.
Sometimes it might be you. Sometimes it might be you.
Look, quotable, tweetable. That's what it is.
Sometimes the toxic person is you. You're trying to sage your surroundings. You just sage yourself. You sage yourself.
Speaking of items, I know we brought you here on Paths at this lovely desk.
Yeah.
For many of our special guests, this is a throwback item. What is the one item that you used to have in your desk?
In my desk? Oh, we didn't have these little ratchet discs.
What?
No, baby.
Did you call it ratchet?
I'm kidding.
This is an exclusive.
It's a nice desk. This is really nice, actually. What did I have on my desk?
If you had an imaginary inside
No, they didn't give us these damn desks. They think we were going to sneak shit in here. No, I had my books. Okay? I had my books. I always had gum. What else did I have?
Juicy fruit or Big Red?
None of that.
Neither? Bubblicious.
No.
What you Orby. You was June Orby.
I like minty stuff. What's the point of chewing on?
What is it? Winter Fresh?
My favorite gum is 5 gum.
Oh, fancy.
5 gum.
That is not the 5 cents gum you get at the corner store.
No, baby. If I'm gonna get a gum, baby, it's gonna be the best gum.
You know, let's go back to the show. So here we go. So what questions are you asking yourself right now?
What questions am I asking myself?
Yeah.
That's a good question. The question I'm asking myself is, what questions am I asking myself? You be doing it.
Up and down.
You be interviewing. I feel like a question that comes up a lot in my life is, what is my other purpose? Like, I know my purpose is being creative and being an artist. But I know my other purpose has something to do with helping people. And I know there's many ways you can do it, but I feel like there's something out there that's, whether it's a charity I have or, you know, a program that I have, I know there's something that's gonna come to me that I know will be, because I always look up to activists. I'm just like, they be talking and they be know what they talking about. I'm like, damn, you really study this stuff. Like, I love Trevor Noah. I love my friend Diane Guerrero. Make sure I say that name right. I love that people can be so empathetic to so many things and study it and talk about it and educate people on it like that. I love watching that, and I always look up to activists. And I am trying to be that way more because I always post about it, but like, there are some people that really hardcore post, and I think that's amazing. But I post as much as I can about issues that are coming up in the world all the time, because there's just so many issues. It's hard to focus on one, so it's just like I just try to post all the things. But yeah, that's a question I ask myself is, what's my other purpose? How can I help others?
That is so beautiful.
Oh, thank you.
And you're helping others right now. Our Path viewers are tuned in, Karen. They're like trying to learn everything about you, and they're able to learn it and hear it directly from you. And I think hearing those stories, right, that we don't always see on the Google search when we look up a person really is priceless to their journey and them helping them on their path.
Very true.
So if you could look at the camera and tell one quotable, tweetable Facebook moment to one of our viewers, what would you say to them?
I would say you are in charge. You're in charge of your journey. You're in charge of your mental health. You are in charge, and I want you to feel confident in that you can control your destiny, and you can be anybody you want to be. Like, you may think that this is it, but the options are endless. So you are in charge.
Oh my goodness. Karen, thank you so much.
Thank you.
It has been such a pleasure.
It has been.
I've done a lot of these interviews. And let me tell you, I'm not being biased or anything, but I feel as though, I mean, the energy that you brought to this space, it has to overflow through the camera.
Oh.
It must have overflown
Thank
through the
you.
camera.
I actually wore this. This was one of my character's outfits. So.
Okay. So we'll see this again.
Yes, you will.
Another exclusive. Wardrobe.
Look out for episode 209.
I love it. You all, thanks so much for tuning in to the Path Show. I'm here with Karen Obilom, and I am so excited. Again, your host, JL Benjamin, and please tune in next time.
Thank you. That was so amazing. Great job.
I love it when you kiss.